So the first thing you need to do is get your ply. So you've got two options. So you can either purchase this online already pre-cut, which I've cut my own because I've been lucky enough to have the old templates there, because the size of it is not enough to get two out of one single sheet, which is rather annoying. And the other thing that I've done, I spent a lot of time measuring where I'm going to have the little downlights in there. So the hole's a little bit bigger than that, because obviously we're going to carpet around that. So I'm not going to use normal carpet, I'm not using the same carpet that's on there. So I've got something rather exciting. Let's hope it's the right colour. So it's a 4-way stretch product, and it is a pretend suede. So look at that. Oh, that's interesting. That's really, really thin, that. Okay. I think I best wash my hands, hadn't I? So it is a suede-like material with a little bit of foam backing. So a little bit of foam backing is just going to help all those bumps and lumps and just get it on there smooth. And I'm actually quite scared I'm going to mess it up now. Look, that's what you need to do, is actually mark what side you're going to carpet so you don't do it the wrong way, because it's so easy to get messed up. I've already got my measurements on here, but mine is essentially from the edge 83 and 32, because I spent a long time trying to work that out, so I'll share that with you. And I've also got a little speaker hole cut out there, because that is where the reverse parking speaker is going to go. So we're going to turn it around. I'm going to use these little hidden clips. So it's an 8mm hole, or should I say a generous 8mm hole, and you turn them in. So we've got a slightly pointier bit, so the pointier bit goes through, and we just spin that round and it finds its way in, as we can see there. So that keeps it nice and secure. So I've measured 132 across that 2-metre roll by by 95. So what I'm going to do is cut off just over 1 metre. Like a tablecloth. And then what I'm going to do is just chop a little bit off this side, just to make it the right, so we're not using too much. And that's going to be a nice little offcut for some bits and pieces. I'm going to use a high temperature spray adhesive and just give it a semi-generous amount. I'm just going to let some clothes pegs on the bit that isn't glued. This is where the magic happens. So I'm going to lift it up, pull it tight over, without sticking myself to it. Just stick in the middle and then just try and work it out. That's the beauty of the full stretch carpet with the holes, and you're wrinkle free, just like me in the morning. That's looking fairly good. Fold it over and do the same on the other side. So again, I'm going to put my drill there because it's sat on a box. I'm not going to take these pegs off. Now we can see it wants to pull back, but yeah, so we're going to stretch that all the way over the edge. Just going to make sure we put an old bit of cardboard along there, so you're not going to be spraying. So we just leave it long enough, you can just feel that it's sort of tacky to touch but not sticky, so it's not sticking to my hand. So what happens is the glue actually sticks it sort of bonds itself on as all the solvents evaporate. But because of the type of glue it is, when it's called impact adhesives, because when it then impacts together, it then sticks. So it doesn't stick to my hand because there's no impact adhesive on there. If I did, it would stick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull it in the middle and then try and work outwards. And just pull it tight. And then we're just going to pull this taut again. Pull this taut, but just trying to get rid of this little bit of a crease here. So don't be afraid to just pull it up. And the same again here, just pull it taut. So that's actually looking quite good. So what we're going to do now is just turn it over and just pull all the edges nice and tight and just spray glue the other side. See, I've just got it more or less right. And is the bit that I find, if you've got some old cans, this works slightly better in your favour because it puts out a thinner nozzle. While the contact adhesive is just going off, I'm going to use the opportunity just to trim a little bit around there. I've also put some contact adhesive there, so when we're finished, turn the panel over and just cut a little recess in there. And I think there's a little bit too much on that section there, because we only want to fold over a little bit. Perfect. So that looks a fairly reasonable finish. The only thing I've got to do is make sure I brush all this suede in the right direction so it's all the time the same colour. So that's certainly something I've not accounted for. So I've got the final board ready to go in. I had a little go at putting it in last night and it was quite hard work because I couldn't get the clips lined up. So one little clip and being over to one side a little bit, it just made it really hard. But I managed to get that one in. So let's get this one in. As you can see, it is a really nice finish. I'm quite happy with the results there, particularly the way that the little downlight holes have gone in. So if you're enjoying this build, consider subscribing. That's something that costs you nothing to do. And the kids really enjoy watching the numbers go up one by one. It's normally 1 week by 1 week. And anything I find useful, I will always leave in the links in the description below. But let's get this up and in on my own. You need to lift it up. Just make sure put your downlight lights through the holes, get them lined up. And just get the first hole lined up. That's one. There's two. And this is where copying off an original one makes it so much easier, because all the holes are in the right place. Right, I'm having problems with the last little one in this corner before I tackle over that side, so just get it lined in so it feels like it's semi in. So you don't want to hit it, because that's how you're going to break these little plastic clips. I think it would help if the carpet wasn't covering it. Let me have a look at. So there's no hole there. So I'm going to cut that piece of carpet out. And probably going to be the same on the other side, isn't it? Right, we've managed to get that in. Now this strip. So this strip I have actually felted as well. Felted, sueded, whatever you'd call it. I've made it look pretty. So I've got some replacement clips. So I've got these from Vehicle Clips Direct, I think it was. If it's not, I'll leave a link in the description below. So I've got some what's listed as T5 listed extended clips that go in here. So the clips just slide in there. Right, so we swapped those clips over to the heavy duty ones. To be honest, they're a little bit more don't know. These are a little bit more rubberized. These got a bit of grip to them, so they do sort of hold, and they actually come apart easier. So let's get them lined up. Start over here, which is the easiest one. Just push it on, move that round, push that in. I've got two more or less in. See how much they're just dragging themselves into the hole. So they're quite good clips though. Perfect. So next bit is, do the lights work? So with our cables, we can then plug it in, and it's a nice flush hole. So these are also from 12 volt Planet, and these are the warm white ones rather than the cool white, just a little bit more yellowy. Let's hope that hole's in the right place. But yeah, that's quite nice, that. I'm quite happy with that. With the light on, you can see all the little suedes. So I'm going to have to learn to brush things all the same way. I think this is probably why I got out detailing. Well, that's certainly a job well done. I'm very happy with that. So both the finish of the light, I'm happy that I've picked the warm white rather than the cool white, because I've never been a big fan of the bright white, particularly if you're about to go to sleep. So yeah, bright colour light, right colour roof. I'm happy I've gone a light colour to go with a dark carpet, and that looks absolutely phenomenally alright. So I need to get it cracked on, do some other bits and pieces, because as I'm filming this, Le Mans is, actually I'm leaving in 7 days, so there's not much time for me to get done. So check out some of the other videos of the actual build process, and if it seems quite out of sync because I've actually filmed some of Le Mans, don't worry about it. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.